This week in Nerf, we've got leaked blasters, renamed blasters, new mags, and motor charts. I'm Jangular, and this is your source for first-party, third-party, and community Nerf news. Now, before we jump right in, there's something I quickly want to get all of your opinions on. Now, for the last couple months, I've been streaming games on Twitch, but I've been thinking there's some mods I want to do. I want to dip my toes into that realm a little bit more, and I thought maybe it'd be fun to live stream some of those mods over on Twitch. So let me know if that's something that would interest you. If it is, we can make that happen. If not, no big deal. I just wanted to get your thoughts on that before we jump in. So let's go ahead and jump on in. Our first order of business is the new Rayvenfire and Phasma blaster, Captain Phasma Star Wars Nerf blaster. And these are a couple videos that came out from Hartley June Nerf of these blasters that are not yet released. They were posted up on Reddit, and the Rayvenfire is, as you would expect, the name implies, a Raven reshell. It is really cool looking, but it is simply a reshell as far as my understanding goes of it. Again, really cool looking. People love the Raven shell, so I'm glad they're doing it. I'm glad there's more options for the Raven, and as people continue to cut those shells up and dwindle the supply of them, it's good to have that refresh, at least for the modding community. I'm sure there are plenty of people that will enjoy them just for them being Ravens again and a different color scheme and all of that as well. So the win is twofold there. I'm a fan of it. Maybe we don't know why they didn't just release the Elite Raven again. Who knows? I dig reshells personally, so I'm not opposed to it. Now, the Phasma blaster, the Captain Phasma blaster, is a rotating turret blaster. It's a Springer that has a priming bar on the back. When you prime it, the cylinder lights up, and when you shoot, it has sounds like some of the other Star Wars blasters. So it's a fun-looking little blaster, probably more geared towards kids rather than the modding community. It's neat. It's not anything groundbreaking, but it is interesting. Now, both of those video links will be in the info, so go ahead and check those out. You can see what they look like, how they shoot, or all those kinds of little details firsthand rather than just listen to me talk about it. So go check those out. Next up, we have something that was posted from Pulled Pork Man on Reddit, and this was a link to an image of the Air Warriors Rail Blaster that's been renamed the Monorail Blaster. Not exactly sure why they did that. Maybe to try and stray a little bit further from Railgun. I don't know. I don't quite understand the reasoning to it, but they did it, and they also changed the aesthetics a little bit. You'll notice I've got an image of the older version, and then we'll go ahead and switch to an image of the newer version, and we'll go ahead and maybe rotate those back and forth a little bit so you can see the changes, but it looks like both the top barrel and the handle have changed in noticeable ways. I'm not sure which I like the design of more. The handle on the new one almost looks more like a revolver to me, which is kind of interesting. I don't know if I dig it or not, but regardless, the changes have been made. What makes this blaster so relevant to so many people is it is the first tube-loading mass-produced pump Springer for any Nerf brand or Nerf style blaster. So it's very interesting to a lot of people. I think people are excited to have something mass-produced like that, to see what they can do with it, and in terms of modding and just playability. So that's cool. I think that'll be interesting when it does hit the shelves. Next up, we have the Jet Blaster Katana mags. We talked about these a little while back and how cool they are. They're thin, they're easy to use. Well, not easy to use, that might be assuming, but they look easy to use. They look like they'd be really cool to custom build things and magwells for them, but we didn't really have a hard release date, and we're getting closer to it. The shipping date has been stated as early August now. So if you have pre-ordered some or you're thinking about ordering some, you have a general idea of when you can expect to start seeing them arrive. And again, these are something I'm not excited about for myself, but excited about for others, because I think there's going to be so many really cool mods and blasters designed around these things that people are going to be completing, and I'm stoked to see them. So I think you should look forward to that as well, because I'm sure we're going to see some really, really cool stuff coming forward with these magazines. Our last order of business before we get to the mods of the week and the video of the week is a post from a Hale Kelly. Now, they posted a flywheel motor comparison chart, and this is probably my favorite piece of community resource that I have seen in a long while, if not ever. It's so simple and so fantastic. It's a chart and a graph, rather, of all the available after-party markets compared to stock Stryfe motors in terms of torque and RPM on your two axes. I don't know. Two axes. You know what I mean. And not only did they take the time to show where each one lines up on that chart or graph, but they also took the time to denote what size each motor is in terms of can size, 130, 132, 180. Also, whether or not it's running on a 2S or a 3S battery. So it's a really cool, easy to use, easy to read resource. I think it's absolutely awesome. I am so glad they did it. I hope they keep it updated as time goes on because it's a fantastic resource and I absolutely love that it exists. That will bring us to our mod of the week, and this comes to us from Dreadpire Roberts 4, and it is the Asiimov Stryfe. Now, I am a big CSGO fan. So whenever I see something Asiimov related, I dig it. I really dig it, and this is done so well. So, the lines are so clean. It's such a smooth paint job. He did a really good job with the taping and the cutting of everything to really get those insignias and lines really crisp looking. Now, he says there's some issues with it here and there on some of them, and anyone who paints anything is going to feel that way about their work. But looking at it from the pictures, it looks fantastic, and I absolutely love the way it came out. On top of that, it is overhauled on the inside. So I'm going to leave you guys with a few pictures of that, but I want you to go check out that link, see what's inside it, see how it looks from every angle. It's sweet looking. It's sweet looking, and I love it. I love it. I'll let it slide that he went factory new instead of the more game-oriented with a little bit of wear. But let's move on to our video of the week, and that comes to us from Thunderdome Doc, and it is the End War Final Stand. You didn't think I was going to let this episode go by without talking about End War in some capacity, did you? It is absolutely awesome that Rob from Thunderdome got himself some End War Final Stand footage. It shows the build-up, it shows the frantic nature and the intensity of the Final Stand. It's absolutely awesome. It's a decently long video too, so there's a lot to watch, a lot to kind of take in. It gets you into that atmosphere if you weren't there. So I really was happy, like kind of seeing the zombies march towards the Final Stand, chanting together, and oh, it was so cool. It makes me sad I wasn't there, but it's so cool. It makes me so happy that he posted as well, and I believe he released it under Creative Commons as well, so Rob just continuing to be absolutely awesome. Go give that a check out. Whether you were at End War or not, it's worth your time to watch. It's really cool. It makes me want to go out and do some HVZ, maybe put on my HVZ shirt, so I mean, it's awesome. Go check it out. Go check out all the links for this video. That video is going to be right here. And that's going to bring us to the end of the video. So let me know what your thoughts are on all of these things from this week. The new blasters, the renamed blasters, the magazines, the charts, the mods, the videos, all of it. Let me know in the comments. If you're new to the channel and enjoyed this video, feel free to hit that subscribe button for more in the future. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I'm Jangular, and I'll see you next time.